Folks, Slate. Yes, that birdcage liner of unfiltered left wing wishful thinking has a piece titled Gen Z is Souring on Trump. Subhead, here's how the Democrats can capitalize. Of course it is. They're practically salivating over the idea that the kids who finally woke up in 2024 and gave Trump a hearing are now having buyer's remorse. According to this Adam Mockler character platforming, the young people weren't paying attention the first time around, so they fell for the big, bold ideas drill, baby, drill, uh, build the wall. And now, a year and a half into the second term, they're shocked that the economy isn't perfect, that gas prices move around, that tariffs exist, and that foreign policy involves actual grown up decisions instead of TikTok slogans about Gaza. Let me translate this for you in plain English. Slate and their guests are admitting, in so many words, that a big chunk of Gen Z looked at the open border, the inflation, the cultural chaos, and the endless lecturing of the Biden Harris years and said, you know what? Maybe the guy the media spent 8 years calling Hitler isn't the devil after all. They gave him a shot. And now that reality is set in because governing is hard. Folks, the same media that spent years telling young people Trump was literally the end of democracy is suddenly discovering souring and offering Democrats free advice on how to win them back. This is hilarious. When young voters move even a little bit toward the right, it's a surprise or a fluke, or they don't know any better. When any of them expresses disappointment later, it's proof that the Trump experiment has failed and kids are coming home to the Democrat plantation. Never mind that female Gen Zs have been the most left skewed generation in modern history for years. Never mind that a large share of them still get their news from activists and TikTok influencers who treat every Israeli action as a war crime and every tariff as the end of civilization. Male Gen Zs came out for Trump in a big way, but he in no way won the generation, even the males. The media's message is always the same. Any movement away from the left is illegitimate, and any return is inevitable and righteous. And look at the specifics they're pushing: gas prices spiking, tariffs. Suddenly, the kids care about the cost of living after years of cheering policies that made everything more expensive, as if the previous administration's foreign policy was a model of peace and competence. These young voters are discovering what every adult eventually learns. The world is complicated. Enemies exist, and slogans don't run a country. Some of them are disappointed because they expected miracles on day one. Welcome to reality. Do they think the Democrats are going to deliver the American dream? The Democrat Party that believed in the American dream doesn't exist today. All these Democrats want are open borders, less cops, and abortion on demand. Democrats capitalizing? Please. Their best idea is still to reframe the messaging, talk about big, bold ideas, and hope nobody notices that the party's actual record with young people has been higher prices, cultural division, and lecturing them about privilege while their own cities fall apart. If Gen Z is truly souring, it's not because Trump failed some purity tests invented by Slate. It's because a portion of them were always transactional, and the left's media apparatus is working overtime to peel them back off before midterms. It's been said for years the media doesn't report the news, they try to reshape it. This story is not neutral analysis. It's a pep talk to Democrats and a subtle warning to any young person thinking of sticking with America First agenda. Sour now or else. Classic. Don't buy the panic, folks. Support rises and falls. Policies take time. And the same outlets that spent a decade predicting Trump's imminent demise are still writing the same script in 2026. Gen Z may be figuring some things out. The mainstreams already have their narrative locked and loaded. That's the real story. This is where we are today in America. We'll be back, and we hope you will too.